What's up, everybody? It's a Friday. We got football on a Friday. We have some big baseball matchups as well this weekend. But I know I'm shocked that this one's not getting that much love. We have a great boxing match this weekend, maybe a couple years too late. But we got Terrence
Well, yeah.
Crawford and Canelo Alvarez this weekend as well. But it's a Friday. We got football on the brains, so we're gonna be talking football pretty much on the brains with my main man next to me. Detroit Lenny. What's going on, Lenny?
Football Friday. Football Friday is a thing. It should be a food group. It's a way of life. It's a cult. It is what it is. It's everything. I don't know when the next Friday is, but we won't have football. And I don't want to know because please don't kill my buzz. You know what I mean? I love it. I love Friday. I can't wait till midweek action football with Maction. I love football. I love Friday. Oof.
It should be a good Friday. We've got some really good games. We'll touch a little bit on some Friday college football games. But welcome everybody to another episode of Betting Outside the Box, which we'll be talking football. We're going to be talking about maybe going back to back in doctor's orders too in about 25 minutes. We had a nice winner last weekend in doctor's orders or last show. Hopefully we can get another one coming in that. So that should come about 25 minutes. But we're talking about a little football. We're going to talk about a little preview from last night in about 10 minutes from Thursday night football show. Again, should be a fun show. And don't forget to check us out on Monday because we have not one, but two Monday night football games we have to talk about. So that should be exciting. So hopefully you guys all enjoy that. So we got some people in the chat. Let me Sonu, what's going on?
Two things in the chat real quick. Abe's on your 7-unit MLB in my teaser today. So good luck to you. And
good luck.
Nevada Maverick, I'm not Dan Quinn Jr., and I am not affiliated with the Redskins or the Commanders or any other team from Washington for that matter. So, but I love your enthusiasm. Thanks for tuning in. Don't forget to hit the like button.
Yeah, don't forget to hit the like button because you guys know the rule. If you don't hit the like button, you lose your bets. It's not our rule. Someone yelled at me today. It's not our rule. It's YouTube's rule. They tell us what to say. I'm just repeating what they tell us. But we also have the new members that joined. High Heels joined. Welcome to the Docs Sports YouTube channel. Hopefully you're watching. Brock Star, welcome to Doc Sports YouTube channel. Hopefully you're watching as well. But again, we should have some fun stuff talking about football this weekend. But in order to talk about tomorrow's games and Sunday's games, you know what we have to do? We have to talk about what happened last night's game. Let's hear it. Let's tee it up. What a game last night. I mean, at first I thought we were going to have high points. And then all of a sudden, Green Bay's defense. I know you're going to hate for me saying this, and it's in your division and stuff like that. But I'm a little bit shocked on how well they controlled Jaden Daniels last night. I mean, he did not look what he looked like last year. You keep on saying it. We have 18 games of tape from last year, and I think a lot of teams are going to be prepared for that. But I was so impressed with the defense of Green Bay last night.
I said this on a live stream at halftime of Thursday night game. I refuse to believe that Green Bay's defense is this good. I thought Washington looked that bad. But the second half happened. And Michael Parsons just has a good day against any time he plays Washington. As when he was a Cowboy and now again tonight. Maybe not in the sack column, but he put so much pressure from one side that it allowed everybody else. That worries me. As a Lions fan, it worries me a little bit that the Packers are going to get nothing more but in sync as the season goes on, and that defense could be a force to be reckoned with. But then on the other side of the ball, you still have Josh Jacobs, which I don't believe is he's seen his prime, and I think Jordan Love's overrated. Fight me in the parking lot.
Well, you know who my MVP is, the quarterback of the Green Bay Packers, and that was my prediction. I think you said that for that and that only reason. But I'm sorry, I'm already tired of Micah Parsons talk. Oh my God, if I had to hear his name mentioned and how the Cowboys, oh my God, it was overkill last night. I'm hoping week 3 when the Packers are playing, I don't have to hear Cowboys and Parsons, Cowboys and Parsons, Cowboys. Get over it. It's done with.
We're not going to
The
hear
trade
about it.
happened.
All year we're going to hear about it.
Oh
Like, I
my
mean, I just
gosh.
scanned when watching the game. You know what I noticed? Fans, like there had to be a bajillion people there with Parsons jerseys on.
Yeah.
I'm like, holy cow. You guys, if this goes bad, what happens when he wants out of Green Bay? Like, I don't understand fans that just run out and buy grown ass men running out and buying jerseys from other grown men like right away. Like, just chill out. Like,
I don't mind men buying jerseys. I mind men tucking in their jersey
don't
to
tuck
their
it in.
shirt. Yeah, that's
Don't tuck
crazy.
stop. You don't tuck it in. You may I like my wife when I'm at a football game and I see somebody with tucked in jersey. My wife, she sees it first. She just instantly starts throwing the elbow and hits me with the full name. Like, don't say anything, Leonard. Leonard, don't say anything. And you know, a few alcoholic beverages. I'm like,
wow, did she call you that? When she says Leonard, she's serious about don't say
she's
anything,
for
right?
sure serious.
Oh,
yeah,
okay. Just want to make sure. If she says Leonard, wow, she's serious about not.
It's over. Yeah.
There's two things that drive me crazy: is men tucking in their jerseys to their pants, and men with the WWE belts around their shoulders or waist.
Okay. Why? First of all, I've asked for 2 years in Christmas for a Lions bowl size Mac Daddy WWE belt, the leather one. It's like $400.
Yeah,
my kids hate me because they won't buy it for me. They won't do it. Santa, apparently I'm a bad boy. Santa doesn't bring me nothing. So I ain't got one yet. I'm trying to slim down so I could, because I will wear it. Like, that's the problem. My wife says, like, you'll wear it on a Tuesday to like Applebee's. And I'm like, yeah, I will. I'm like, I will wear it everywhere around my waist too.
Why?
I walk in with my thumbs on it, like, hey, how's it going? Yep. Oh yeah. All right.
I just don't understand. I mean, I'll give them, okay, you're at the event, you're at WrestleMania. I'll give you that. But just out and about, I just don't understand it. Like, those are my two biggest pet peeves.
I will wear it every day in the off season around on a video. I'll just over my shoulder right here. We'll be talking free pick MLB videos in July in a tank top. And I'll be wearing this leather belt if they win the Super. I'm just saying. But
one thing we noticed last night, there were some bad injuries last night that could affect Washington and both Green Bay. So that you keep an eye out for that torn Achilles and what was a dislocated shoulder for the right receiver from Green Bay. So that could be very,
he came down
very talked about in the next couple of games, especially for Washington coming off. I mean, they didn't really light it up against the New York Giants, and they struggled in the first half of that one. So I think both of those injuries, but I'm sorry. I mean, Green Bay is just very impressive. I know I keep on saying it, and I know you just want to give me the middle finger on the air.
I'm not. I just have an itch.
But I'm just saying they looked very, very impressive. But with Thursday nights in the books, Friday we have we'll talk about Friday. We'll put Friday's little game that I want to mention in this segment. So let's throw in segment 2.
Boom.
Before we get into that, if you have any questions in the chat, if you want us to break down a game, if you want us to discuss anything, please put in the chat. We love to talk anything that you guys present to us. The chat is part of our show. You guys are also betting outside the box. So if you have any questions, concerns, comments, anything, please put it in the chat. Just because you guys are part of betting outside the box, we love to hear from you guys. There's one game I'm kind of interested in this game. I want to see what Arizona can do at home in Tucson against Kansas State in this one. I know it's not a true Big 12 matchup and stuff like that where we're used to seeing, used to stuff like that. But if Kansas State can't run the ball, boy, is this game going to be very interesting for Arizona to steal this game.
I don't know if it's a steal. I like Arizona at home here. I don't I've heard both. Here's the problem with working at Doc Sports. Let me tell you what the
No,
problem
bro.
is, Detroit Lenny. Let
You
me
wanna lay
here's the
down?
problem. The problem is I have my own, like you handicap and you think games, and I work with so many sharp minds like Raphael that like you start hearing stuff and then you're like, whoa, wait a minute. I know guys that have made great cases for Kansas State. I know a couple have made some good cases for Arizona. I think this is a game I want to watch. I want to live bet. Arizona's in a teaser for me over a touchdown. Full disclosure. I think this game ends within a touchdown either way. So I'll take the points at home. Home dog. I'm a sucker for a home dog. It's like my wife watches those commercials for only 39 cents a day. You can,
Own your
whatever.
own home dog. Oh.
Yeah, we have like 1,000 pets all over the world. At 13 cents a day or whatever. So
I mean, I know Kansas State lost last week to Army, but it's hard to play those teams with a triple option that just so disciplined and all that. It could get inside the defense's head, and then you lose the game just mentally before you even take the field on offense. I'm more impressed of everyone was on Hawaii when Arizona went there because they had to go to the Big Island. They had to play them, and they easily took care of business on that one. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this goes. I agree with you. I'm leaning towards Arizona. I'm not going to lie. I want a little bit more points. I was hoping Keith Money would come in and I'll grab 2 or stuff like that.
I was hoping to get to a 3.
I 110% agree with you on this one. I would really think about maybe live betting on this one. So I would probably take a shot on that one.
How are we really for real not going to talk about the marquee matchup tonight in Colgate, Syracuse? I mean, I'm just saying that was sarcasm, folks.
Yeah, Syracuse playing
never ever met.
Toothpaste.
Yeah, I'm sorry because I have to be reminded that this might be the first time you've ever seen me on camera. I am sarcastic, so yeah. But listen, there could be a sprinkle on Colgate plus 37 points out there.
I was gonna say plus 37 points on that one.
I mean, Syracuse might not score 37 to win by 37.
I mean, I think their total team points is a 13.5. And that one I think was 50.5 for Syracuse. I could see if you want to throw a sprinkle on team total prop, I can see Syracuse putting up a lopsided number because they need some kind of style points now and they need some kind of momentum going in for their next game. And I've been telling people that when you look at team total points or when you're looking at games that we'll probably break down, now is when you need momentum building when you're getting ready to conference play. So we saw it last week with Alabama putting up 73 points against UNC Monroe. We can see the same thing with Alabama doing it this week with Wisconsin because now they have a tougher schedule coming upon them. So I would definitely look at that, especially Syracuse, who started off a little season rough. Now you need them. It's almost like a slump buster. Colgate can be their slump buster tonight. So it wouldn't shock me if Syracuse puts up 50+ points on this game.
I don't think they're bad. I just think Syracuse is very bad. I don't know. But Derek has a question. This is all you too. Thoughts on betting using 1% or 2% of your bankroll per bet? If you have $100,000, should you really be betting $1,000 a game if you bankroll based off $100,000?
If it's just football, are you only betting football or are you betting every sport? Because it all depends if you're just betting one sport, betting one sport right now. Because why would you want to put $1,000 if you're just concentrating on one sport? And I'm putting one sport as college football, one sport, NFL, one sport, Major League Baseball, one sport. So if you're just betting, because right now so many people are like, hey, you know what? I'm not even touching baseball. I'm just betting NFL. Or I'm just betting football is their one sport. So you have to look back and say, okay, if you're only betting one sport and that's only Saturday and Sunday and maybe a Monday game if you like the matchup, then you have to look at, is it really worth betting 1% or 2% if you're only betting on Saturday and Sunday and maybe occasionally a Monday night football game? So it all depends on how many sports you are betting and how much percentage I would do.
That's fair. I have a different bankroll per sport.
Me too. I agree.
Like I just and to be honest with you guys, the majority of like that bankroll, like for MLB, I will have in 80% of it in one book because I talk about shopping your lines all the time. So I will have different books for different sports a little bit. Raphael says this about futures. Did you say this about futures?
I have one book for futures.
Yeah, have a book just for futures that you can just bet futures at. And you have that over there. You don't have to see it every day. I like that. That's why I don't want to bet futures. It's because it's always in my pending bets. And I have to look at it every day.
Yep.
And I'm like right now on Caesars, I have a pending bet for the Tigers to win the World Series and the Lions to win the Super Bowl. And I have to look at that $100 bet every day and remind myself how dumb it was. And yeah, so there's that. Good point, Raphael. I hope that
that's a great question, Derek. I mean, it all depends on your sport and stuff like that, and how you, because I have to do it, because right now for baseball is almost over and you got football and all that. So now sometimes I cut back, especially on my games that don't really mean anything. Like for perfect example, I didn't play the Cubs today, but the Cubs are playing the Rays. I mean, yes, the Rays are still kind of in the playoff, but why would I put the same amount of bet if the Dodgers were playing the Padres, where two teams are battling for playoffs and stuff like that? So I scaled back on my percentage on baseball because of football going on, WNBA and playoffs is going on as well. So I scaled back a little bit on my baseball percentages.
That makes sense. Yeah,
that's a great question, Derek.
CFL. Like I don't bet CFL as much, and CFL got me through the summer for football fix kind of thing, and I did really well on CFL, but I don't have a CFL bet this weekend, and there's some CFL games on tonight, and I just didn't. With it now, we're in the full week 3 of college football, week 2 of NFL. There's only so much time in the day to handicap sports. You know what I mean? There really is. I mean,
yeah.
You know, so.
There's I can guarantee you, and I'll talk about my package plays and stuff like that. There's going to be days where I don't see value in baseball because of the season being over. So you know what? I'm going to pass. WNBA playoffs. There may be only one game on that WNBA playoff. Why would I bet it if I bet team? If I made a number -3 and team A is -3, what? That's telling me there's no value. So you know what? I'm not going to bet it. I'm just not going to throw out, oh, I'm going to bet a big unit play just because it's the only game. And that's not me. That's not how I look and how I look at games. I rather have a winning season. Hey, you know what? I had a profit of X, Y, and Z during Major League Baseball, WNBA, than just saying, hey, you know what? Yeah, I had a losing season, but I kept on putting out plays because the game's on TV and there's nothing else to watch. So I look at it that way. Well, since we're talking a little college football, any game that's really circled that your interest on gambling or just watching?
So many. That's a loaded question for sure. But I kind of, I'm interested in this Georgia-Tennessee game from a live bets perspective. There's a couple games that I've already bet and I'm just like done with. And some of them I bet Tuesday, Wednesday. Like I just, whatever, I'm done with it. Couple games though that do pique my interest.
On your Georgia-Tennessee, what are you leaning towards on that one?
I like Tennessee at home with points. I'm a sucker for a home dog. I don't care. I
think I agree with you. We all missed a good number just because it was open up around 5.5. It's pretty much 4. And there's a couple 3.5s. I think ESPN Bet has 3.5. The only thing that scares me, I know Georgia's injury list on the offensive side of the ball is really, really long. Their defense is healthy. And I just think if their defense makes some early stops, will Tennessee be able to move the ball? That's why I didn't pull the trigger on Tennessee. I love the home dog on this aspect. Even if they kick a field goal and go up 3-0, I still think there might be a dog, and I might just pull the trigger on that a little bit. But I agree on the home dog aspect on that one.
I could get bullish on Tennessee, depending on how the first quarter goes. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm going to live bet that. South Florida, Miami. I'm telling you, I believe South Florida's decent. I believe they're decent. I have no pipe dreams about South Florida coming out of this with a win. I mean, sure. And on any given Saturday, sure. But I think Miami wins this game. I don't know if they win by double digits.
See, this one scared me because I have seen so much on talk on TV and other handicappers, not here on Doc Sports, just other handicappers and other companies I deal with, and they all love the Bulls. South Florida. Why is it disrespect? And I agree, they're disrespected in this number. And books are telling me we could see 18 pop up because what time this game starts? It starts at 4:30 Eastern Standard Time game. So the morning money can move this to 18. But there's so much love of USF. I don't want to put my money on there. And next thing I know, Miami puts a butt whooping and they win by 21.
They are screaming and begging you to take South Florida.
Oh, they
plus
are
24 points in a teaser. It's
Yeah.
like everybody's gonna go, oh, yep, for sure. And which scares me. So when it looks so good to be true, is when you kind of got to take a second glance at it. So I think South Florida. I don't think Miami wins by double digits, but to everything you just said and every point you just said, I'm gonna hold off and I'm gonna watch that game.
Yeah. What if
Like
Boise
I'm going
State,
for sure, and I'm a Miami fan. Hey,
what
baby.
if Boise State gets whooped again this week? What if what if Florida, what if LSU beats Florida like 48-3 and all that? Then those wins to South Florida get diminished a little bit because Boise State's not the Boise State we thought, and Florida gets whooped up against on the road. So yeah, those are two big wins right now, but those wins can be diminished in the next couple of weeks. So I agree with you. It was either South Florida for me or just sit back and pass. But that number is just giving me the middle finger. Says, yes, come take us. Come take the Bulls. And I just haven't bought. So my luck, South Florida will win this game. And then Monday, me and you look like big doofuses for not taking.
Listen, there could come Saturday, I might pull the trigger on a $20 flyer on South Florida money line just in case. So I could be like, look, I won. I told you. South Florida.
I give a shout out to our boy FS Pilot.
Yes.
USC Purdue. This USC's first road game, Purdue's first real game. Ooh, they played Boise State. Ooh, they played Southern Illinois. Ooh. Now USC, who had back-to-back cupcakes at home, Georgia Southern, which our boy cashed on that one too. He cashed week one with his easy winner. The reason why I think Purdue might be in booty whip alert, because all USC's had to listen all summer long. Ohio State won the championship. Penn State is the favorite to win it this year. Oregon, Michigan. Have you heard anybody say anything about USC in the Big Ten?
No. Our guy F16.
Except our guy. Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
Except our guy.
That's the guy that's touting USC from the rafters. That's it. So
and cashing tickets from the Raptors.
Exactly. Too. And boom. So
it would not shock me that Purdue. USC. Yeah, it would not, because like I said, they let Southern Illinois put touchdowns on the board in their backyard.
Purdue.
So it's going to be.
I'm a Big Ten guy. I mean, I don't want to hate on Purdue too much, but Purdue, that's why they call them Purdue, because they don't produce results. Is what I'm trying.
Anything on Texas A&M Notre Dame game?
No.
I'm just curious to see if Notre Dame can run the ball. If Notre Dame can run the ball, then I think they win by double digits. If they can't, can you see Notre Dame going 0-2 to start the season?
It's wonderful if it does happen. I mean, that's the football gods reaching down and just touching you once. Just one time. I don't like Notre Dame here, laying almost a touchdown. I don't like them. I don't trust them. I think that's what it boils down for me. I don't.
I wish they would have played this game coming in with 2 games underneath their belt, not just one. Because I can't get that vision out of my mind that they couldn't run the ball, because they had last week off. I think that's what's bothering me in this game more than anything.
And why do they do that? I mean,
I don't know.
Stupid. Why do they just do Notre Dame does Notre Dame things? But I kind of hope Texas A&M comes in there and lays business. I do. I hope they kind of go in there. That would be your upset of the week. I really think. I mean, other than huge upsets or something crazy, but Notre Dame shouldn't lose this game.
No. Don't forget to check us out on Monday with Monday's episode of Betting Outside the Box, which we have not one, but two Monday Night Football games to talk about, breakdown, and stuff like that. That should be a fun show. But before we head out, let's talk in some NFL games before we give a doctor's order.
Let's give it.
I think we can all agree that this NFL slate is not the best slate of games. I mean, there's some interesting. I mean, Pittsburgh, Seattle. I mean, that could be very interesting. Seattle going to Pittsburgh. Aaron Rodgers, can he have back-to-back games? That could be very interesting. Cleveland, Baltimore. Baltimore's 30th anniversary. Wow, what a shock that Cleveland's in their backyard. Just give them the middle finger on that one. But there's two games I kind of wanted to break down before we give a doctor's order. And the first one is the best one on the 425 game, the Eagles-Chiefs. I don't know what to look about this because Kansas City didn't look good. They're short again on offense. Giving Patrick Mahomes plus points at home. I learned my lesson with Tom Brady. I used to do this with Tom Brady in New England. Ooh, I'm going to fade again. I'm going to fade New England, fade New England. And what did I do? I would get burned in the middle finger and I would get crushed and I'd be mad at myself. I just don't know what to do with this game right here. If I don't have any action right now, but if I'm going to watch it, who am I rooting for?
Right. This could be one of those games where Philly just walks in and just like Super Bowl. I mean, I feel like Philly just got better. Like they look good. I like Philly. Yeah. They look like they manhandled Dallas, so to speak, in week 1. Thank God. But I like Philly, but I also how do you keep betting against Patrick Mahomes? You should know better to bet against him. So I won't bet against him, but I won't bet with him either because they don't, they're banged up. They got Rashid Rice is suspended still, right? And then what's his name just got hurt. Worthy got hurt last week by crossing Travis Kelce. So, I mean, they're banged up. Super Bowl champs are the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, this should be a barn burner. I kind of like the over. If I lean,
I do. I can see that. I can see points being scored on this one. Another interesting morning game that's not getting that much talk, but that could be a very interesting game is Jacksonville, Cincinnati. I mean, Jacksonville, granted, they played Carolina last week, and it was a little bit higher on Carolina, but it's only been one game. I don't want to throw rocks at Carolina and say you suck already because it's only one game. But Jacksonville looked really good. Their defense looked really good. How did they suspend the game for an hour with not one drop hitting the field? It was just lightning and thunder. That's what that kind of made no sense. But I'm still not sold on Cincinnati. They struggled against Cleveland. Cleveland's defense put a lot of pressure on Cincinnati. And Jacksonville's defense looked really good. This one's going to be very interesting. This would not be one of those, it wouldn't shock me if I'm looking at the box score and like, wow, Jacksonville beat Cincinnati?
I narrow my survivor picks down to 3 games before I actually make a pick. Okay, narrow it down to 3. I'll say this. The Bengals are one of those 3. I think they put a butt whooping on Jacksonville. I do not believe in Jacksonville. I think Carolina's bad. I think last week Jacksonville was lucky. I don't think Trevor Lawrence, I don't believe in that. I know Travis Etienne Jr. and he went off last week. That's great. And I don't believe Cincinnati, the Bengals, our defense is going to stop Jacksonville from doing whatever. But I don't think Jacksonville can stop Cincy. I think Cincy's going to start off hot this year and go on a little bit of a run early and often. So the Bengals are not my survivor pick yet, but they are one of 3 options.
I'm actually looking at Trevor Lawrence touchdown passes, 1+1 touchdown, or maybe 2+ touchdowns. That's could be something I might look at just because I'm not sold on Cincinnati's defense. And if that's the case, then
their secondary
the total's 49. So the books are telling you right now, Jacksonville or Cincinnati's defense is not, because you're at home and you're still giving up a total of 49. That's telling you
team total because I think they scored 30. I don't know what their team total is at, but I think they scored 30 on them.
Their team total is 26.5.
I like it.
That's
That'll
why the
probably
show
be
is
a
called
Sunday.
Betting Outside the Box. Not just a team total, but a Trevor Lawrence 1+1 touchdown.
You're welcome.
That is why you guys are welcome. But I didn't want to talk about our main man's game because you know
Well,
what?
this is where I'm
Let's see
leaving.
those.
See you
Let's see
later.
those doctor's orders. Let's see that doctor order.
Oh God.
This is my pick, guys. This has nothing to do with Lenny. Lenny stalker on social media. This is
I
my
know.
pick, and my pick only. When I sent him this pick, you should have seen the response on our text chain that we have. But the reason why I'm setting this pick, I am not sold on what I saw on Monday Night Football with the Chicago Bears. I am not sold on what J.J. McCarthy was able to do in the fourth quarter alone. So what is Jared Goff going to do with an offense that was stagnant on the road against the Packers? Stagnant. Everyone's talking about war. Our offensive coordinator is not like our last year's offensive coordinator. I would think Detroit Lions wants to put up a big number against a Bears team that's coming off short rest. They played Monday night. I always try to look at maybe fading a team that played on Monday night. I think the Lions have a field day in Chicago. They're at home. I think they're running Montgomery and your other running back better rush for more than
David Montgomery loves playing against the Bears. For those of you who don't know, he's a former Bear. They let him go. Yeah. And he's been multiple times, he said in interviews, it's like seeing your ex-girlfriend at the prom. You always want to look good because he bought into the Bears and they said, no, thank you. And, you know, then Jamar Gibbs. Listen, your ears to the football gods or your lips to the football gods' ears, however that goes. I hope to God I think they score 30. I think that they just stumbled in Green Bay. I think home opener. I think these fans are going to be this is going to be epic. If I was going to go to a game at home this season, it would have been this one. And that takes into credit. There's some Monday night games. There's Sunday night primetime games. I would have went to this one. They're going to be loud.
First home game.
Yeah, you know, they can't stay. Ben Johnson is, you know, just a turncoat. You know, he's the enemy now. You know, so
I think it's a high scoring game on one team only, and it's this team. And again, this is my selection, not the guy down below. My selection and my selection only. So if it loses, you make fun of me, not degenerate Lenny. Lenny, tell the viewers what they can get over at Doc Sports.
You can get a free $60 account. Links in the description of the video. You can go over to docsports.com/free60. Click on the link in the video. It's real easy. If you haven't used the free $60 account, you get it. Just sign up and you get free 60. You can use on any handicapper you want towards any package you want of those. Raphael's premium picks available. Got a big package this weekend, I'm assuming, in football, college, and NFL. How many plays you got? 15,000?
5. I have 5 total plays in football, but don't forget, we have boxing this weekend, UFC this weekend, soccer this weekend, Major League Baseball this weekend, WNBA playoffs start on Sunday, CFL 2 games today, games tomorrow. There's always something if you're not a football fan or you already placed your football bets and you want to look outside the box.
Love it. Love it. Love it. I see what you did there.
Very smart.
What are you trying to butter me up for with all this great talk about the Lions? Yeah, I mean, I feel like after in an hour from now, I'm going to get a call going, hey, man, I can't make next week's show. You're already like, I don't know.
He's got nothing but love for you over here. That's all. He's got nothing but love. You do anything fun this weekend?
I'm going to pace. I'm going to try to not overreact until the Lions game. I'm going to make my survivor pick in the next hour, and I'm just going to live with it. If I put it all, I really wanted to take Green Bay last night, and I got talked off of it. But because I don't want to take Thursday night games. I
agree.
That's a strategy for me, not trying to avoid division games, Thursday games, Monday night games, public played games. You know, might roll with the Saints this weekend. I'm just
that is your problem, not my problem. I am doing absolutely nothing, just sitting back watching some games. to have some lot of work I got to do around the office. So it should be a fun weekend in my point of view. So New, always thank you for watching the show. Hopefully we cash that ticket tonight. Hopefully we all cash tickets tonight, tomorrow, Sunday. But we'll be back on Monday to talk about not one, but two Monday Night Football games. So I hope everyone has a fantastic weekend. Hope everyone's be safe. And you know what? Try to make someone laugh today. Give someone a hug. Give someone a hi that
I
you never
agree.
know. Because right now, the world could use a little laughter. The world can use a smile. Hopefully, you guys all have a fantastic weekend. And you know how I always say it, please don't bet what you don't have.
Love it.